Hello, 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 everyone. Let's see who is going to join us. My name is Katrina from Katrina's Creative Heart, and I welcome all of you to come hang out with me while we make some fun cards. I'm just going to share with our groups really quickly. If I can find our live feed here. There it is. We are officially live. It is true. Okay, we're going to share quickly. Okay, the VIPs and the team. All right. Hello, Miss Sherry. So glad you could join us. Happy to see you here with us. Hope you're feeling better. COVID has found its way into my home. Hubby's pretty sick. If you hear any coughing in the background, that's him downstairs. Tucker's been sneezing. I've been sneezing. I've got the dull headache, so praying that it doesn't come up positive. So far, so good. I haven't come down with it, but it's in the house, so we'll see. All right, we're going to go ahead and get through our housekeeping things before we go and get started. So it gives everybody a few minutes to join us. It is Sunday, October 13th. Wow. Where does the time go? I have no idea. Summer Lake disappeared. I completely missed August and pretty near missed September too. But here we are. It is October, and we do have a kits collection sale going on. All of our kits are 30% off right now, so you can head over into the online store. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sherry. The online store, you will find all of our current kits and find that they are 30% off. We have some fabulous kits over there. So if that's something that interests you, definitely highly recommend. Paper pumpkin. We are now into the November pumpkin season here. The October kits shipped on the 11th. So they'll be hitting your mailboxes in the next week or so. And the November kit is now up for grabs. So you have until November 10th to subscribe. It is a Celebrate Christmas kit. It's going to have some adorable fabric stockings and make some gift tags. You're going to make 8 projects, 8 stockings with 8 gift tags. Everything's pre-cut for you. There's some safety pins and specialty gold foil pieces. And the coordinating colors will be Flirty Flamingo, Pool Party, Poppy Parade, Shaded Spruce, and Very Vanilla. And your ink spot will be Poppy Parade. And of course, they will coordinate with these fun little extra dies. These are the Mary Tags and More Dies add-on. And those are currently available, again, in the online store. You will just need to use your Paper Pumpkin subscription email in order to obtain those. Next, we do have our starter kit special happening right now. That is, in addition to the normal $125 worth of product you get for $99 and you get free shipping, they've upped the ante and added additional $30 worth of product to the October starter kit. So if you join during the month of October, you're going to get an additional $30 in product of your choice. You can go through anything that's current, whether it's on one of our catalogs, an online exclusive. Oh, hey, sis, glad you're here. You can go to our clearance rack. It all counts. And of course, we'd love to have you join our team, the Creative Heart Stampers. We love having new people join us. Stamp sale is over with. If you missed out on that, unfortunately, it is gone forever. That was just a 3-day stamp sale. All right, today we are using the Caring Leaves stamp set. This is found in our mini catalog. Hey, Arlene, so glad you could make it. It's a really simple set. It's just got these leaves. You have the outline and then the inside colored pieces. You get 2 leaves with 2 of the insides, and then you get 2 sentiments. So I did bring in another set, which is our iconic, what's it called? Iconic Ha ha ha. Iconic imagery. So I brought in that for a couple of sentiments, just to help us round things out. But keeping it simple tonight, but we do have a fun fold and a fun technique. And then at the end, I do have a bonus card to show. I won't be making it because I'm sure the 2 cards we're making will take up all of our time. All right, card number 1 we'll be making is this fun little fun fold. It's a little pop up. So you have this like little pinwheel piece here, and then when you open it up, there is the inside of your card. It says you're simply the best. It folds up very simply. So you put that down, and then this last one, all you do is tuck that piece back in, and ta-da, your card is closed up. And then when we open it up, we just have some things never change. And then I just stamped a couple of leaves, and those little leaves, those tiny ones, come from the iconic celebrations. So, and then we have the iconic celebrations designer paper for this. Card number 2, we're doing our Joseph's coat technique. If you've been around for a hot minute, you've seen me do this. It's one of the ones that I just like in the fall. I think it's the fall colors that makes me pull this technique out of my arsenal. But it's fun. I like to do this one. And this one is just grateful for you. And then we just have a fun little card there. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to start with our fun fold. I'm going to show you how we did that. So let me grab my goodies here. I'll put that up there, I guess. So I have a pumpkin. Oh my gosh, pecan pie card base. 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We're going to go ahead and fold on that score line. I have a basic white piece that is 4 by 5 1/4, and that's for our inside. I have a square that's cut 2 3/4 inches square out of the pecan pie, and then I have a basic white that is 2.5 inches square, and that's to layer on here. And then for our fun fold piece, I need a piece of 6 by 6 designer series paper, and we're getting that from our iconic celebrations, which is an online exclusive designer series paper pack. And I want the one that has, here we go. Nope, that's not the one. I want the one that has the little pine cones on it. Here we go. I think this is it. Right here, yes. Or not pine cones, or little nuts here. Acorns. Oof. It's been a long day. It's the headache. It's the constant headache I've had for 3 days. Husband said before he got COVID, before he tested positive, he had a headache for a couple of days. Well, I think I've had mine now for 3. So I'm either going to be positive tomorrow, or I'm just not going to be positive. I'm hoping I'm just not going to be positive, that I'm immune. Because when I had it the first time back in 2020, I was really sick. So I think that should have been good for life. Okay. We need our trimmer. And we have our 6 by 6 piece of paper. So this is how we're going to make our little fun fold piece. So you need a 6 by 6 piece. And we need our scoring blade, which is the light colored. Let me bring that down so you can see here. There we go. Back up. All right, so we have our light colored blade, which is our scoring blade. And now we're going to go all the way around at 1.5 inches. So we're going to line that up on the 1.5. And you want to make sure you don't cut through your designer paper. So you want to just use a little bit of caution when you're scoring. It's not like scoring cardstock, which is a little bit heavier. Just going to go around. Oh, hey, Robin. So glad you could join. And one more time. 1.5. Okay. Yeah, me too, Sue. I'm really hoping. Like I said, hoping that having it before was like a lifetime immunity from it. Okay, so now we have all of our square lines. Now we have a little bit of prep work here to do. So we're going to cut out all of our corners. So we have these nice 1.5-inch corners that we're going to save for a later project. And hopefully, God willing, I'll have some time this week to do a little bit of crafting. And I can show you my idea for using these cute little squares. Because now I'm going to have 8 squares. Because the one I did earlier, and now this one. And one more square to cut out of here. There we go. So now we have these cute little squares we're going to set aside for another project, like I said. And I already have an idea for them, so we don't want to lose those. Okay. Put our snips out of the way here. Bring in our bone folder, because now we are going to fold on those square lines. Just like we would any other time. This is so easy. You're never going to believe how easy it is. Okay, so now we have all of our folds. Now we are just going to bring this down. And you want to try to get this straight with the bottom of the score line. So just get that over. Like so. And then same thing. Once you pick your side, you want to make sure that you're always doing the same corner. So if you do the left corner, always do the left corner. If you do the right corner, always do the right corner, so that you always, so they always line up appropriately. So we're just going to. There we go. And it's just getting that edge to just roll so that, there we go. And then same thing. Get that. There we go. Okay, there we are. All right, so now we want this down, that down, this down. And then when this comes down, you're just going to tuck. And there you have your piece. Okay. So now we're going to set that aside for a minute. I'm going to go ahead and bring our little square back. Let's see. What did we do there? Oh, that's right. We need, grab our ink pads here. Oh my goodness. I need Cajun craze and pecan pie. Okay, let's see what did I do. And we'll need our early espresso too. Okay, we're getting there. All right. We want this and this. And I'm going to bring in this because we do need to do some stamping off. So there we go. We're going to start with our pecan pie. And we're going to get our little outline image. And that's going to go right up there. Like so. Close that up. Oops, stuck my finger right in there. We want our Cajun craze. And we're going to stamp off on that because you don't want it as dark. And then we're just going to line that up. There we go. Like so. Clean these off because we will be using them again. Okay, close that up. Then using our early espresso, we are going to stamp You're Simply the Best. And that's going to go right down here. You're simply the best. Oh, thanks, sis. I'll reveal my secret. They're press-ons. Easy peasy. They're liable to go popping off any minute here, but they're press-ons. But so far, they're actually holding pretty good. Okay. So now we can get that out of the way. We can bring this back. We need our adhesive. We're going to go ahead and mat that right here. Oops. There we go. So we have that matted nicely. Now, the thing I did learn from my first one is attach this first so that you can make sure that your acorns are going in the direction that you want them going in and you're not confused once you're all covered up like this. You can't see the direction of your inside. So I had to keep opening it up to look to make sure I was putting it in the right direction. So let's see. Do I want them? I guess it really doesn't matter. So we're just going to go ahead and add adhesive. Like I said, the main thing is making sure that what's inside is going in the correct direction. So we want to get this and press it down. And then we can go ahead and open it up. And This will go right in here. There we go. So there's our hidden message. So we can close it, and then this one is going to, all right, maybe that's not, let's do it this way then. It's not going to cooperate. There's more than one way to just sneak that one in, just like that. There we go. Isn't that cute? All right. Now we're going to bring in our Some Things Never Change. We want our early espresso again. So this is going to be for the inside of our card. We want Some Things Never Change. Yeah, they're pretty slick. And you don't have to rough up your nail like you do at the salon where when they put fake nails on, they like rough up your nail and make your nails thin and nasty. So that's why I wanted to try them, because it's all right. Then I want these little leaves, which I found in the Iconic Imagery stamp set. And we're going to use pecan pie again. We got our outline. And we're going to do one there and one there. Just like so. Oh, hey, Lori. So happy to see you. You'll have to catch the replay to see our fun fold. All right. Now I got the inside. And again, using that Cajun craze, we're going to bring back our scrap because we're going to do the same thing. We're going to stamp off to get a lighter shade of our Cajun craze. So we're going to stamp off. Then we're going to ink up again, stamp off. And there's our cute little leaves. Clean that up. Get this, out of the way. Bring our card back because we are going to go right ahead here and add this to the inside. And there you have it. So again, boom, there's your fun fold. Come on. There we go. So you have all right. So that was card number 1. We're moving on to card number 2. I probably should have prepped number 3. I thought for sure this one would take us longer. All right. Card number 3 is our, or 2 rather, is our Joseph's coat. And we're going to bring in, okay, we have early espresso for our card base. It's 11 by 4 1/4, and it's scored at 5 1/2. So we're going to go ahead and fold on that score line. Make sure everything's all lined up. Like so. Then I have pumpkin pie. That measures 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have a piece of basic white, actually 2 pieces, 5 by 4 1/4. One is for our stamped piece, which we trim it up after, and then one for the inside. So we can go ahead and put our inside in because I didn't do anything fancy. So we're going to go ahead and there's our insides. Oh, you're welcome, Robin. Me neither. I seem to do it more in the fall. There's something about the fall colors that brings me back to Joseph's coat every time. All right, so got our scrap because we're going to protect our surface a little bit. I also have a die cut piece here, and I use the Iconic Celebrations dies to cut this little shape out for our sentiment on the front of our card. So I'm going to set that aside for now. So we're going to start with our basic white piece, and I am going to bring in my blending brushes. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to start with Old Olive. So we're going to start with our Old Olive. And I'm just going to pick up some ink. And I'm just going to come in and add some color. Let me get a little bit more. Again, just adding color. And then I'm going to come from the opposite corner and bring in a little bit more of that Old Olive. Okay, so we're done with that. We're going to go ahead. Then, let's see. Let's do Cajun Craze next. So we're going to get our Cajun Craze. So again, I start off on my paper over here just because it's easier to add more color. You can't take color away. So you want to make sure that you get a nice blend. You want to make sure that you're coming in not directly onto your paper. So you want to come in, and that gives you a softer blend. It's not so harsh, and it works really well. Okay, so we're done with Cajun Craze. Next up, Pumpkin Pie. So we're going to come in with a little pumpkin pie. And the other thing you're going to find when you're doing something like this, no two will ever be the same. Okay. And then our final color is our crushed curry. And there is our blended piece. So that's where we start for our Joseph's coat. All right, let's do this. Okay. Next, I'm going to bring in my embossing buddy, which is my little powder-filled tool here. And that's going to help keep our embossing powder from sticking where we don't want it to stick. Because now we've kind of, as you can see, I've got some of the ink coming off on here. So your ink is not 100% dry yet. So that means your embossing powder could actually stick to this when you don't want it to. So we're just going to go ahead and add, not to mention this helps also reduce static, removes any oils from your fingers, again, preventing things from sticking where you don't want it to stick. Okay, so that takes care of that. Next, we want our VersaMark ink, which is a clear sticky ink. I have clear embossing powder. I have all my little tools here. So we have our spoon for our embossing powder. Got our little paintbrush to get rid of any excess powder. And our tweezers so we don't burn our fingers. And of course, our little powder tray here. So we're going to start with, I decided the one thing on this card, I'm just going to explain. I used the outline and then I used the solids that we use to color to add some extra, but I don't think I like the way they just look more blobbish rather than like leaves. So I'm going to do this one with just using the outline pieces. I think it'll look better. So this card is going to be a little bit different than the original, just so you know. So we're going to bring in the outline of this one. Let's start. And I like to turn it so they're going in different directions. And I like to overlap colors as well, because that's what kind of gives you the cool effect from the Joseph's coat. Let's see if I can't. Let's try this one going. All right, and then where is that little one from the iconic celebrations? We're going to use that one too to help fill in. Trying to see the ink here. Well, let's. All right, we're going to add some powder and see where we're at. Because now I'm not seeing great. Okay, so we're gonna bring our powder tray in. We got our clear powder here. Let's see what we get. Once we get some powder on here, we'll be able to see where we need to fill in. Yeah, we do need a few more. Okay, where'd that little leaf go? Because that's the one that's going to do our fill in for us. Okay. Yep, up there. Let's bring this back. Okay. Yeah, we can go right there. Oh, and maybe coming in right there. There we go. All right. There. I think that should do it. Now we take our little powder tray. This is what makes this powder tray invaluable, is I don't have to waste any of that powder. Got this little knob here that comes off, this little cap. And now I just sweep it all back in. And we don't waste a thing. There. Not anything wasted. Oh, hey, Nance. Okay. Put that up. Put the cover on. Then we grab, let's put the cover on this. Grab our, tweezers there. And now we got to heat up our tool for a minute. Let that get nice and hot for just a minute. And then we're going to melt our powder. So your powder goes from white powder to clear gloss. There it goes, clear gloss. Did I get it off? I think so. Okay. So now everything looks all nice and glossy. And now watch the magic begin. Okay. Need a brayer. This is the Stampin' Up's new brayer. And you need either, well, you need a really dark colored ink. I've seen it done with Night of Navy. Black is probably the most common. I'm using the Early Espresso because that kind of goes with the colors that I'm using today. So we're just going to ink up our brayer. So we're just going, getting all that ink. And then you watch the magic happen. I think my Early Espresso does need a re-inking though. Should have re-inked it. Oh well. Live and learn. Like to get a little more. Let's try doing it this way. Well, definitely need the re-inking. Let's see how this works. There. There we go. That's better. Then we take a tissue and we just wipe off all those glossy parts so that they pop just a little more. Get this out of the way. This is going to layer onto our pumpkin pie. But before we do that, we need, hopefully, I can find what I did with it here. Here it is. And that. I have some linen thread. And I'm going to put this at the bottom where it's got that little bit of blotchiness to it because we're not going to see that. All right, so we're going to take our linen thread and we're just going to go around 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to bring in our snips. Okay, where'd them tweezers go? My other tweezers are close by too. I just don't know exactly where they are. So we're just gonna pull that snug. Pull that there. All right, so now we just got to do a little arranging. You're not going to see a lot of this, but it does show a little. So we want to make sure it's where we want it. That looks good. Trim our ends here. Okay. So now we can get our adhesive. Once I locate what I did with it, right in front of my face. And I did not trim this down. Holy smokes. This is not going to work because it needs to trim. All right, so we're going to trim this to 5 1/8. And goodness, I put this already on here. That ain't gonna work. Completely forgot that I was trimming this down after we did this. Well, there, that comes off. Because now this has got to be 3 7/8. Did that actually? It did not. Oh, my for love. Okay. There we go. Now it's 3 7/8. Then we're just going to go ahead and put this on and see if I can't salvage our twine. And let's see. I don't know. Well, maybe. See, you really can't screw up paper crafting. Honestly, there is a way to make things work, whether you realize it or not. So, I can screw it up and make it work. Anybody can make it work. All right, now we're going to add it to the card base. I know there's somebody out there going, oh my God. She didn't just throw it away and start it over again. Heck no. I ain't got time for that stuff. And yes, I do make mistakes. All right, here we go. Now we got to do our little tag here for the front, and we can call it a night. All right, so we need the word grateful, which comes from our iconic celebrations set. And so does the for you. And then we have our leaves. All right, so we're going to start with grateful. And we're going to use our Cajun Craze. So grateful goes up here like so. And then close, well, yeah, close it up because who knows. We got early espresso, and that's going to be for you. So we'll start with 4. Hopefully we have enough juice in there to, I think so. It looks good. 4 sneaks right in there. And it looks like I got a little spot in my O. It's all right. You. I have a sand eraser. I will get that little spot out of there. Yeah, we'll use our sand eraser to get rid of that. Okay. Now we need the outline of our leaf. And that's going to go in just like so. I'll bring back this because we are going to, actually, you know what? I did not. I did that full strength. That one was full on Cajun Craze. Line it up. And there it is. We need dimensionals. And that just goes in like so. And then to finish it off, we have these faux glass dots. These are one of my most favorite fall embellishments. We're going to use Cajun. Actually, we're going to use one of the smaller ones. Right there. We're going to use one of the Daffodil Delight. And then we have a nice big old olive we'll put right there. And that finishes Joseph's coat. bring back the first card we did. Our little fun fold here with our little surprise messaging in the center. And then I told you I had a little bonus card I was going to show you that I used this set for. And I used some more of that iconic Celebrations paper, more of those little faux glass dots. We did a double bow here using the Basics Essentials twine. I used the crumb cake color that's in there. Stamped the outline in Early Espresso and did our leaves in pumpkin pie and their full strength and the crushed curry for this one. Again, super simple. Just use that same die cut piece here, but just did the 3 leaves across. And then it says some things never change. So, well, thanks, Robin. I love this iconic Celebrations paper. Oh, where did I put that now? Because it does cover in one pack. You have your Christmas. You have Christmas theme. You have, which again, you have Christmas trees, you have candy canes, you have holly. Then you get into, like, this could be New Year's with the little champagne flutes. And then the other side has your hearts for Valentine's. And of course, the champagne could be Valentine's as well. Well, let's go back here. You have your fall with your acorns and the Cajun craze with the polka dots. Then you have Christmas plaid. And then you have this Christmas little berry stripes with the fall leaves. Birthday. This could be Happy New Year, or it could be birthday celebration with the fireworks. And that's got your candles, birthday candles. More Christmas trees and snowflakes. Then we have fall pumpkin. And with that, you have that fall plaid. You have the dove for Christmas. And again, the star. More Christmas trees with the stripe. And then you have stars with a confetti. So really covers all your holiday bases. So if you are one that has a lot of designer series paper, but not always the right paper, this might not be a bad one, because again, it's only 6 by 6, but it does cover a lot, and you're going to find you reach for it quite often. So it's one that you're going to use. So just FYI. All right. That is all I have for you tonight, guys. Thank you again so much for coming to hang out with me. I truly appreciate each and every one of you, as always. I appreciate it. And I hope you have a fabulous rest of your evening and an even better week ahead. And God willing, I will be back here next week, COVID-free, with some more fun projects. Have a great night, guys. Bye for now.